podcast can be seen for free. Click the...
So, in this interview, Vlad finna talk about how he don't fuck with Charleston White because he said Charleston White went too far. We finna get to see how he went too far. He always going too far. But he trolling. He the biggest troll. He the number one troll in America right now. You feel me? And people don't like some of the ways he does the trolling, but let's check him out.
When we did the first interview with him, and then like he was saying some really like racist things about Asians and stuff like that. Me and him actually had a conversation about this. Yeah. We had a conversation, and I was just like, yo, like this is, I don't agree with this, and you know what I mean. And if you keep doing shit like this, you're ultimately gonna get you're gonna lose your social media platforms. And sure enough, like 2 weeks later, he lost his YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, look, like, we could do another interview, we could address some of this stuff. And you know what I mean? Listen, we all fly off the handle, we all make mistakes. I don't feel that, you know, this is necessarily who you are.
He ain't. See, that's the problem though. He ain't made no mistake. Everything he do it on purpose. These ain't mistakes, these calculated risks. Not even calculated. He just doing shit. He just firing off the hip at this point. You think Charleston White he don't care about none of that shit? He don't care, y'all. Like, Charleston White does not care. Understand that. He saying what he mean, and he mean what he say. I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna let y'all check this, cause I gotta get my baby right. You feel me?
Yeah. You know what I mean? So we did another interview, but then after that, he's talking about like babies, and, you know what I mean? He's talking about people's kids. He talked about Boosie's kids. He talked about Math Hoffa's kids. These are like little girls and little boys. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that to me is just disgusting. You see what I'm saying? And I understand that you're trying to be edgy and you're trying to do shit. You know, you're trying to get out there and so forth, and you know, you have the right to defend yourself if anyone runs up on you, and I agree with all that, but like, you don't have to bring kids into the fucking conversation. The kids didn't do shit. The kids don't even know. You've never even had interactions with these kids. Talk about raping, like he said about like I'll rape an Asian baby or some shit like that. Like it's really just disgusting things to say. Like, you know, like when I feel the same way when JT was beefing with some girl on Instagram said, oh, your baby's ugly and looks like finesse 2 times. Like, really, you gotta talk about the baby?
Yeah.
Like that to me just shows a person's character. Like, I look at JT differently because of that. And listen, we all get foul shit. You and I have a mountain of foul things said to us every day for I've been dealing with this for decades now. Every day someone says something disgusting to me. But never do I say, fuck your baby, fuck your daughter. I'll slap your son in the face when I see him. I'll fucking...
I know what he talking about, because one time I heard Charleston White say, fuck your mama. Something like, he don't care. He don't care. But the thing is, he really just putting on for the internet. Because he really be showing love to these people. He really be doing stuff for people and their family. But if he see people being ignorant, when he see the ignorance, he gonna play ignorant with ignorance. Period. That's exactly why he popping like that, cause he is very unapologetic when it comes down to the way he operates. Real shit. I'm over here looking at my stats and shit. I be like, gonna check my numbers. But yeah, I'm almost at 1080. I'm almost at 1,080. But let him continue to tell y'all.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'll rape a child because I'm mad at you. Like you know.
I don't remember him saying no shit like that. Some of the shit he's saying, I don't know if he said it, but whatever.
I mean, like at some point you gotta say this is not okay, and I'm not going to get behind a person that's willing to say stuff like this when they get angry. You know what I mean? Like I fuck with Boosie. Like my relationship with Boosie has been 100 for like 20 years. You know what I mean? Like I was one of the first people to interview him and Webby when they first got signed to Atlantic. This is like 2005 or something like that. You see what I'm saying? This is coming up on 20 years. You know, you talking about this man's kids who he loves. Me and Matt Hoffa, we go back 10 years. You talk about Matt Hoffa's daughter. I just can't support something like that. So if you look, we don't cover Charleston White. If his name ever comes up, it's because the other person brings them up. And we just address it and we keep them moving. But all this other shit, I'm not gonna do any more interviews with him. I'm not gonna, and honestly, I'm sure there's lots of other platforms that want the views. I mean, I think Sean Cotton still rocks with him. Seems like you kind of rock with him. You know what I mean? But I just can't you see what I'm saying? At what point do you draw the line? At what point do you draw the line?
I've talked to him in addressing a lot of these things.
Shit, and that's what Charleston White point is. He's trying to see where the line at, because he could talk about, King Von and the Chicago rappers and Tuka and all the other shit. So what he doing at this point, he just trying to see how far can he go before somebody say, okay, now you going too far. As far as his goal is to see if he can get everybody to not like him. Because once everybody don't like you, you basically done hit a wall as far as okay, now I made my point. I ain't made it yet, but I'm getting there. Because now the ones that was fucking with me ain't even fucking with me no more. That kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting somewhere. Because I'm getting more attention type shit. I think that's what his point is. Because it's y'all interview him all day, like I said, talking about any other thing. But when it comes to certain shit, now y'all don't want to interview him? Oh, okay. Bet.
These things. And
how does he justify talking about people's kids?
So, I'll talk about when he says, and he's talking about Asians. He believes that's a character that he's playing, that he's in. He has multiple characters that he feels he's established, and one of them is hateful. And
that's a cop out.
And he feels that
unless he's schizophrenic, clinically schizophrenic.
If you watch this, I'm not saying he's schizophrenic, but he's completely standing behind this character.
Got one eye.
He says, "Yo, listen, there is Charleston White, and there's Chicken Shit Charlie, and then there's like two more other characters.
Rat Williams.
Yeah, Rat Williams, and whatever the case is. And I've had a conversation with him about this, saying, hey, listen, there's a moment where I thought his voice was kind of escalating. By the way, and I thought it was very necessary too, because, for example, for certain things, like denouncing some of the Chicago stuff, like saying, hey, listen,
okay,
King Von, I said, listen, you've been through the penitentiary system and you've seen how some of these things happen. You could, you're gonna handle it from a perspective that if I say, they're like, yo, bro, you never been in the streets, right?
Right.
And I said to him, I said, that's what I believe was your overall message in you even catching steam. You might be losing focus when you start going on individual tiffs, and then you try to say, hey, I'm mad at Vlad. I'll say anything to hurt him, even things that are, again, privately, he's not saying that. You know what I mean? He's not saying, no, I really believe this. He's like, no, that's a character.
He's saying it publicly, which is worse.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. But he's blaming it on the character. So,
I'm not even entertaining this.
Nah. And that's the problem, though, because one character is accepted and another character isn't. That's what Charleston White point is. I ain't no different from all these other characters. I ain't no different from King Von. King Von was a fucking character. You know what I'm saying? Nipsey Hussle was a fucking character. You know what I'm saying? DMX was a fucking character. You know what I'm saying? These entertainers is fucking characters. So I'm a character. Treat me like you treat them. You don't give a fuck what they say or do, so don't give a fuck what I say or do. You know what I'm saying? Don't hold me to this high standard because I'm Charleston White. Nah, I'm a character. I'm Rat Williams. I'm goddamn, you know what I'm saying? All these other names y'all got for me. You know what I'm saying? That's what his point is. It's like, y'all don't know what side y'all want to be on. He on one side, and he on the side where it's for the people. Like, he for the 9 to 5 working people. He for those people. He for the people that, you know, cut grass and take out the trash and, yeah, he for y'all. He for the people. The people. You dig what I'm saying? But let's just see what else got to be said in this interview, though.
Like, honestly, like that argument insults my intelligence.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you're saying it. Like, you're not in a movie. Okay,
I'll say this.
Okay, if he did that in a movie, in a scripted movie, that's the only way I would accept that character. You're doing this on social media.
Well, he believes as part of his satire. I'll say this to kind of even put a bow on this. Without giving away too much, subsequent conversations with him, he feels like maybe there's a too far button that he probably has realized, and maybe it has happened.
The show got canceled in New York, right? Weren't you doing the show with him?
Yeah. That shit got canceled pretty quickly. Which, by the way, he keeps it like I guess down south is like different from. I mean, literally, if you knew how quick that show got canceled, like it was a vehement. It was like, hey, listen. Within 2 hours, it went from, hey, listen, we're kind of getting some calls from some really powerful people. Some of this conversation.
Alright, so basically now they just going into like the problem that he is, shows getting canceled, all that kind of stuff. Anyways, how y'all feel about Mr. Charleston White? I think he's brilliant. I think that he is what we needed all this time. Somebody that's gonna say fuck y'all feelings because y'all the evil ones. Period. Evil. One thing about people that do evil, y'all. Evil people think that what they are doing is good because for someone that they love and care about, it is good for their well-being. But what they are doing is evil overall. There's a lot of people living off the benefits of evil and think that they're living the best life they ever had. You're living off of a lie. You're living off of evil. Meaning that when somebody comes to check you, it's not gonna come in a nice way. One thing about evil people, they want you to come and be all soft and tender. When evil isn't soft or tender, you do not fight evil with nice. You fight they ass with harsh truth. You dig what I'm saying? Because one thing about evil, they lie. So when you hit their ass with the truth, you can nicely tell it to them because it's gonna hit them harder than anything they ever had hit them. And with that being said, man, y'all like, subscribe, share, comment. And like I said, make sure y'all start donating, man. Because I'm trying to stay home with my little girl. I got 1,000 subscribers. All it takes is $2 from each subscriber every month. $2,000 and to pay my bills, get her what she needs as far as clothes and things of that nature. I don't need nothing else. I'm good. As long as this hoodie shit, I got needles and thread. I know how to sew shit, so if I get a hole in something, I'll just sew my shit back up. But for my little girl, donate that $2 to her, cause she finna be popping around here. She finna be out. I don't know what she gonna be, but she ain't gonna be no fucking thot. I know that. She might be a lawyer or something. We be watching Candace Owens videos, me and her. You feel me? Ain't that right, baby? We watching Candace Owens, ain't it? Yeah. Alright, y'all, we gone, man. She don't know how to talk yet. She'll learn though. She'll get there.